How do you become the standard over these other niggas? All right, you know what? Let me know if the ads are running, because on my screen it just said that the ads started running. And I'm gonna simplify this so well for y'all. I'll be able to simplify this so well. Ads. So what was the last thing question I was asked, right? It was about being a standard. Who's confused about what that means? Who's confused about what that means? How do you become a standard over these other niggas if she has options? Let me tell you something. Even if she's mid,
Discipline
she has options.
Over motivation. Motivation is short-term and unpredictable,
Big
while
facts, big
discipline
facts.
is long-term and on point.
Big facts. Listen, let me tell you something. Even if she's mid, bro, she got options. She's gonna have options, bro. Like, maybe she don't market herself, and by market herself I mean post a lot or go outside often. But if she did, she would have a lot more options. It just is natural, right? Now, especially if she bad, bro, niggas are under the assumption. And y'all have seen this when I've done calls with the Real Game No Theory panel and all that. Niggas be under the assumption that you have to buy bad bitches things. That you have to take bad bitches on dates. That you have to spoil bad bitches. So even if she doesn't take any of her 8 options serious, she's going to use them. Because she knows she can keep letting him do these things for her without even doing anything in return. There's so many women that get away with these things. And they'll play relationship with these dudes, knowing that they're not even fulfilled in them, that they just a placeholder. That's a lot of y'all, placeholders. Now, when we talk about being the standard, right? I want to use an example. I like explaining dating advice shit with non-dating advice examples, because then I'm going to come back to a dating example. But listen, imagine this. You are an athlete. You're a football athlete. And you transfer from a D3 school to a D1 school. And what's some things that would change, chat? What's some things that would change? Players, coaching, competition, frequency of training, the workout, skill level, the locker room, the organization. It's so many things that would change. The D1 school set the standard. So if that player went against another team whose school had a higher standard, a higher workout regimen, or whatever, then when they play each other, they're going to see, or their teammates. I actually, you know what? Let's say this. You transfer from a D3 school to a D1 school. All these new things set the standard. But guess what? You playing against the number 1 athlete in the country. When you guard anybody else, is it easier or harder? Bro said harder. Shut your dumb ass up. Easier. Easier. This is the best athlete in the country. And he's on your team. You guard him every day at practice. You guard anybody else, it's probably easier. It's probably easier, bro. It should be easier. Or he really ain't that good. Right? So, now let's apply this to now listen. All it is just something you're experiencing. It's setting the standard for you. You might not even realize the standard that it is until you play somebody else. Until you go to another school or play against another school, and you going against this other team, they tired by the second quarter, and your team is just turning up. They tired by the third quarter, and your team's starting to turn up. They sloppy with their plays. Your team has practiced every day, all the time. You see what I'm saying? So you don't even realize your standard, and your standard is shown when others don't have a standard, or they're just doing whatever. Now we take this back to the dating world. Like I said, I won't ever think to myself, oh, my girl is around guys and she gonna be on a dick or she gonna like them more because I set the standard. I'm the nigga she compares them to. I know I do. But guess what? Let's give a simple example. Right? She messing with a nigga like me. How I look at her, what I say to her, how I greet her when she gets in my car, in my house, how my house is set up, how it smells, how I smell, what I talk about, the substance I provide, the kind of man I am to her. Automatically, I just wiped out 95% of the niggas on this planet. Because 95% of these niggas on this planet going to see her and just say, I just want to fuck, or I'm trying to fuck. And they're ruled by their lust. So they automatically can't talk to her or treat her the same. Because I'm not a man of my lust. I'm a man of substance. Already. She going to talk to one of these niggas. Damn, baby, how you doing? Damn, you so pretty, mommy. Damn, baby. And she's like, I done set the standards. The hearing this shit is cringe to her. Hearing this shit is like, okay, now what? You look weak now. You ain't got no follow-up. You ain't got no conversation. You ain't got no type of nothing behind your compliments or nothing. You just had no substance. Imagine what you doing. She texting niggas every day. Imagine she got 8 options. These niggas text her, what you doing every day? Good morning and good night. And I'm outside. Come over this weekend. We going here. We going to do this. We going to see this. We going to talk about this. I know what I'm doing all the time, every time. And I challenge her to be a better version of herself just by being around me because I set the standard beyond even fucking with her. The standard don't even got to do with her. It got to do with the kind of man I am. And then when she come to my team, the D1 team, now every other school look like D3. But if you ain't a leader, if you ain't a man of substance, if you ain't none of this, you can't even. Can you give examples? Like earlier, like I said, how I greet her when I see her, what I say to her when I see her, what we talk about, how I impact her, how I influence her, my outlook on life, my perspective, my ambition, my track record. Fuck everything I'm talking about. My track record. Who is this guy? I'm somebody even outside of the context of her eyes. What the pimp say? Locally accepted, nationally recognized, and internationally. Hold on. I forgot how it go. Internationally recognized, nationally accepted, and locally respected. And I ain't even talking about fame, but it's just that chat. And listen, I'm talking about me specifically, right? Why am I saying this? Why am I able to say this? Because I'm a man of fucking impact, bro. Look at the things I do, the things I have done. Now I'm doing this shit on content and the internet. I was already making things happen and change and influence and shit before I even made a YouTube video. This is just the kind of man that I am. Lo and behold, surprise, I come make some videos and I'm doing the same shit. The class of man I am is just on another level. I fuck with a bitch and I'm not even her type, right? But I show her there's so much more to a man that I change her type. Do y'all see? We don't even think the same. I'm trying to get y'all to elevate y'all motherfucking thinking, brother. We don't even think the same, brother. We don't think the same. I know I ain't a bitch type. She ain't never met a nigga like me. How could she have a type of something she doesn't know exists? How could I be her type? She don't even know I exist. She has never been exposed to this level of man. She can't even anticipate it or think that she would like it because she don't even know it exists. All she knows is niggas that got good dick and tall and handsome and got money. Or use their money to get her. Or impress her with clout. And I ain't using none of this shit. You know what I'm saying? She distracted by it. She think I'm going to use these things. Or that it's important to me. But I'm going to show her why it means nothing. Sub Santana. Appreciate it 6 months.
In all your content. 400K pack coming soon.
I love your confidence. Listen, y'all don't understand. This ain't confidence. This is really me. This is really me. This is really who I am, bro. This is really me in real life. Really, I change a whole motherfucker perspective on life, bro. So this is what I'm saying. I set the standard. I know she ain't going outside around some nigga and she's bored. She can't go back. You can't smoke a cigarette after you try crack. You want some crack?
I pulled a 32-year from using
Crack is
Patreon.
crazy. W Patreon, man. I appreciate that, brother. It's like, you know what I'm saying? And do your research. The proof is in the pudding. And you may say to yourself, damn, how am I going to set the standard when I do nothing? I know, like, I hope what y'all got. The point is that the reason I can set the standard with when a woman I'm messing with is because of who I am as a person. So when she comes and sees me or meets me or finds out about me or learns me as a man, she sees that, wow, a man is much more than money and status and clout and a big dick, etc. There's so much more to what a man can be to a woman, to his community, to his siblings, to his family, and to life. Come on, man. Y'all talk about attraction and liking you. Y'all don't use words like admiration. Y'all know what I mean when somebody admires you and is inspired by you? Are you admirable? Able to inspire admiration? Able to be admired? Are you even admirable? And if the answer is no, then you definitely don't understand what I mean by set the standard. You have no standard. There is no standard. How you going to set one? How you going to make an impact? You have no impact. And you might be young. And you might be old. And you might say this like, yo, man, I try time to get my life together, man. What am I about? It would be the same way as if a woman mess with you. And you, let's say you start fucking with you and you go to the gym 4 times a week. You wake up every day at 6 a.m. Woman like you, she start picking this shit up from you.
I would rather have a woman respect and admire them love me, to be honest.
If a woman like you, she picks up on these things, man. Okay, this is what he eats. This is what time he wakes up. He's in the gym. It's making me get on my shit. That's your standard, and she's coming and picking it up. You got to set the standard for yourself first, right? Exactly. She just following suit. She just getting with the program. But this is who I am, with or without her. This is who I am. And when she recognized that, that's the standard. And now it's like when she interact with that, she catches whatever it is. It's like on some YouTube shit. How could you watch another weak ass dating coach seeing the way I break down shit? You probably couldn't. You probably instantly subscribe. You like, yo, niggas don't break shit down like this. Niggas don't really explain shit like this. That's setting a standard. If you watch my channel and was like, yo, oh my God, look how he break this shit down. Or look how he talk to women. Or look how he interact with Ruben. Niggas don't do this. I set the standard. This is just who I am though. And now you try to go watch somebody else and they, well, you know, and you can tell they ain't even really who they say they are. This ain't even them in real life. They ain't pulling up. They not outside. They ain't been consistent. You can never watch one of them niggas, man. You can't. That's the standard.